In Imperial China, a unique way to get rid of lice was by plucking them from the head, and then eating them as a protein snack. Furthermore, they also used urine to clean their armpits. With China being the birthplace of civilization, the ancestors did some quite uncommon hygiene practices. In ancient China, common people used leaves and branches to wipe their behind after using the toilet. Prior to that, things like stones, earth blocks, and branches were commonly used. However, after the Han Dynasty, a specialized tool called chugi emerged. Chugi was crafted by cutting bamboo slices into strips. Its shape was thin and flat, slightly wide with rounded edges. The better models had great water absorption and a light fragrance. The upper-class people would also wash themselves afterwards with water and then employ aromatherapy for greater fragrance. It took a very long period of time for the chugi to give way to paper, primarily due to the high cost of paper. It wasn't until the Yuan dynasty that paper began to see more widespread use, and even then, it was generally reserved for the emperor. During the Ming and Qing dynasties, common people frequently used straw paper, while royalty opted silk instead, reflecting the social distinctions in material choices. Oral hygiene held paramount significance in ancient China, as having bad breath in the presence of the emperor was strictly forbidden. It became mandatory to maintain fresh breath by sucking on a clove whenever one found themselves in the imperial court. Chinese people also came up with the inventive idea of weaving horsehair on a stick to make a toothbrush. However, before they created that fancy toothbrush, plain old sticks would do the trick. Chinese and Indians were first to use the willow branch for dental hygiene. The method was to first take a small swath of willow branches and rinse it clean, then one end was chewed until the branch fibers were exposed, and the end became hairy, and boom, a toothbrush. It's fascinating to consider that in the event you forget to pack your toiletries down the road, someone came up with the idea of crafting toothbrushes by puncturing 2 holes at one end of a brushing stick, and sticking horsehair through 4 bristles. Surprisingly, these toothbrushes were not all that different from the ones we use today. Rich people tended to use horse bristles for a softer and more comfortable brushing experience, while the more budget-friendly option was pig hair, offering a slightly tougher texture at an affordable price. To perfect their pearly whites, the ancient Chinese people would also sprinkle some of their homemade tooth powder to enhance the cleaning. Tea, salt, vinegar, and powdered fungus. These were the common ingredients for their toothpaste, tooth powder, and mouthwash, revealing the innovative history of oral hygiene. During the Qin and Han dynasties, people formed the habit of washing their hair every 3 days and to bathe every 5 days. To accommodate this practice, the government often instituted 1 day off in every 5 days. Now let's explore what they used for shampoo and body wash. In the pre-Qin era, people first washed their hair and bathed with rice water, which contains starch, protein, and vitamins. Not only did it help remove oil stains and maintain the scalp and hair, but it also helped with rough skin. There were also medicinal functions associated with rice water. It helped with cold hands and feet, low back pain and frostbite, as well as fatigue relief. Additionally, there was the Chinese honey locust with its many uses. During the Southern Qi dynasty, it could effectively clean the skin and eliminate dirt, as well as being a kind of ancient moisturizer. For laundry, it could stop clothes from fading and deforming. For bathing, it could help treat rheumatism and ringworm. Plant ash was also a cleaning product discovered by ancient Chinese people in the course of their daily lives. Being the ashes left after straw is burned, women in the south would use it to bathe and wash clothes. In later centuries, people mashed natural plants, such as saponin, to wash and protect hair. The Compendium of Materia Medica, compiled in Nanjing, attests to saponin's effectiveness in removing dandruff, alleviating itching, reducing swelling, and even countering poison. Ancient Chinese people did not have the culture or living custom to shave their body hair. As for facial hair, the ancient Chinese popularized threading in the Han Dynasty. This technique was introduced to create a smoother appearance by delicately removing facial hair. Interestingly, both men and women would undergo threading as part of their pre-wedding preparations, ensuring they looked their best on their special day. It's a fascinating glimpse into the historical origins of beauty rituals in Chinese culture. The practice of threading in ancient China involved a precise process. Lime powder would be applied to the face, and then a damp white cotton thread was skillfully twisted in various directions, up, down, left, and right, around the hairs targeted for removal, using both teeth and hands. Remarkably, this method of hair removal still retains popularity among elderly individuals in certain regions of China. The ancient Chinese demonstrated remarkable resourcefulness and innovation in various aspects of life. Many farmers from that era built unique outhouses above pig pens to manage waste. This design allowed human excrement to fall directly into the pig's trough, serving as an unexpected but nourishing snack for fortunate pigs. Even as public toilets eventually emerged over a millennium later, some farmers continued to travel to cities to collect public waste, repurposing it as a cheap fertilizer. Feces held more than just agricultural value. Ancient Chinese healers also found medicinal uses for them. Fermented stool from a healthy person was incorporated into a concoction known as yellow soup, and fed to individuals suffering from diarrhea as a treatment, and the patient was supposed to drink every last drop of this liquid feces. It might sound hard to fathom, but before you dismiss it, this unconventional method surprisingly yields impressive results. However, the healthy bacteria in the stool would get rid of the bad bacteria in the patient's body. The same concept is used today to treat different a deadly disease, but in ancient China this was just listed as a remedy for the runs. Urine also was not left out of the equation either. It was used as an egg preservative, a source of hormones, and interestingly, even as a deodorant. Yet one of the most significant achievements of Chinese civilization was the invention of papyrus. This innovation marked a pivotal moment, for it provided a soft, slender sheet for the purpose of personal hygiene, toilet paper. The ancient Chinese were so thrilled with this newfound luxury that they reveled in it with unbridled enthusiasm. Toilet paper became a cherished commodity, and the rest, as they say, is bathroom history.